Hello everybody and welcome back to the video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and we are continuing our Everglow marathon ahead of my first Everglow comeback, Return of the Girl, their third mini album. We are now going to be finally kicking off with checking out the rest of Everglow's discography, therefore their B-sides. I've been listening to their 5 title tracks now ever since I finally listened to all of them, and now it's finally time to add some more songs to my Everglow playlist. Kicking things off with their first 2 single albums, their debut single album, Arrival of Everglow, and the second single album, Hush. Means we're kicking things off with their first ever B-sides, at least chronologically from tracklist order, Moon. And first things first, there was only around 10 minutes break now between my recording for the video you saw first today already, hopefully. And we checked out the debut stage and the dance practice for Bon Chocolat. And in that time, I checked the name pronunciation, and it wasn't that far away actually. It's Hyun. So it's basically very similar to Shion from Dreamcatcher, but due to the addition of the H, we don't call it Yeon, but Hyun. So Hyun. Alright, I gotta now know that as well. Otherwise, the other name pronunciations are like mentioned, Yiren or Hihien. It's very difficult, but I think I will be considered. I think it's correct to say Iu, Shihyun, Mia, Onda, Aisha, he like mentioned. I think that's the way you say it in English. I think saying it like Aisha or so, like it's in Korean maybe a bit difficult. And like mentioned, Yiren or Yiren. I think Yiren sounds more like it, but either way, that's more into the names. And I think I don't have the glasses on right here, but when we I can't do that right here, you know. But when I look at the picture there over there, we got Shihyun on the entire left, then Yu sitting down, then Onda, then Yiren, then Mia, and then Aisha. Yeah, I think I'm getting the names already. I think we will be very safe on them when the comic comes around. So I'm very proud of that already. I don't know. I'm listening and recording to so many, reacting to so many artists. It's not that easy, trust me. But either way, Everglow Moon, their first ever B-side. Can't wait to see how their B-sides sound like. Let's dive into this. Their first ever single, on which I think also charted on Billboard. Damn. Let's check it out. Moon. Let's go. Oh. I mean, it gives you some good vibes. Oh, Io is the oldest? First person correctly here? Oh, that's a very chill opening. That guitar sounds very soothing. Already adding some harder elements in the contrast. Ooh. Is it the chorus already? If so, there was a very subtle transition. Oh. This has once again a very group harmonized feeling to it, but I'm digging the pacing and the delivery a lot. Oh, that was a weird. Oh, get to it in a moment, but EU now in here. Her voice definitely stands out here in general. Wait, if this is correctly, Yiren is actually the youngest? I thought it was Onda, honestly. Oh, but here, this is a pre-chorus. I think this is a pre-chorus, actually. You'd expect it to be a second verse bit, but no, it's a pre-chorus. That transition is very subtle. Ooh, but this is again a very linear vibe, in the sense of how they sound. Very full and layered beat to it. Yeah, I'm really digging the pacing here. They are more chill and subtle in delivery, but the song actually goes really, oh. Oh, really digging this beat. Oh, great note there. Ooh. Some of these transitions here are like really interesting. I will go over that in a moment. There are a lot of layers in this. It's one of these songs where you can go into the instrumental separately and go into so much detail for it. I really think this drum set. The pacing of this is great. Now the guitar is back at it. I think the guitar got actually drowned out quite a lot near the middle or in the middle. Okay, there was a very interesting opening dynamic for the B-sides. Like mentioned, I'm not sure right now. Because usually these, well, maybe it's just for this one bit more random because this is not from a channel I usually check these lyric results. But is unit actually the youngest? I could have sworn it's on the. I could have sworn it's her. Huh? Huh? What Mia is just a few months older than me. God damn. Oh, Anna's actually okay. Never mind. Yun is actually the magnate. Oh, I didn't know that. God damn, I would have thought she's like the second oldest or so. I don't know. Damn, I thought Anna was the magnate for whatever reason. Okay. But either way, this is a very interesting dynamic. This was a very interesting dynamic because similar to Bonbon Chocolat, I can straight away say, or like I would just be very straight up honest with that. If I would have listened to the song without a lyric video, I would have had an insanely hard time to say who is who. I think for the earliest songs, they went an hyphen route, or you know, it's not like Hyphen did that first. I mean, Everglow came before Hyphen, but it's the first group I really noticed that from recently from reactions and whatnot was Hyphen, where they added the voices and tuned them in a way where they give this group feeling. And I think this is like mentioned for the opening, can that be totally fine, you know, for the first year or whatnot, to really give everybody the similar feeling. And basically for the listener, if you enjoy one voice or like the general sound, then you will enjoy everything of their songs. And I think this is the same scenario here again. From the delivery and from the way the voices were edited here and tuned, I think it definitely makes it for unexperienced Everglow listeners like me without a lyric video very hard to distinguish who's who. But it's not entirely a bad thing, because like mentioned now, later songs like First and whatnot, it's way more obvious who's who, you know. I think that's really what they wanted to go for here style wise in the beginning. But yeah, this song is pretty cool in the pacing and in the delivery. Like mentioned, it has a very powerful and actually quite a fast beat, in the sense of, you know, like the bass and the drum set is really fun and really makes you want to move yourself. But the delivery is more, I wouldn't say sultry, but like rather slow and rather atmospheric, you know. That makes for a great contrast between the delivery and the vocals and the sound in general. We had this guitar riff there at the beginning, like mentioned, which actually gave more of the calming, relaxing vibe, but it got a bit more harder in the middle. And what I especially noticed, it generally similar for Bonbon Chocolat, even though the transitions there were way more cut off, you know, where you can really tell, okay, that's that and that. I first didn't know we're in the pre-chorus right now. I thought, oh, it's just the transition to the second half of the chorus. Or maybe they want to, that's always something, maybe they want to consider that first chorus bit, the pre-chorus instead or whatnot. That's always a bit difficult, but for me it sounded like the chorus. So, yeah. It sounded more chill. But then, notice that? A very chill vocal delivery, insanely soothing, insanely quiet, barely going high. And here was already the pre-chorus transition, which you don't notice at first. You think like, okay, just a bit of the song. You know, here it's more chill. Here we now add a bit more heavy drums into it. And then out of nowhere we hear the beats running out and make a na 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 boom. That's insanely subtle. That's like, I was like, oh wait, we're in the chorus already? That's a very short opening bit, generally, opening verse, and then we change the pacing again. Again, this very type delivery from everybody. It's definitely more a, like mentioned, soothing vocal focused sound. Then here, maybe you can consider this now the official chorus, and the before was the pre-chorus. Either way, here now the tempo gets even more prominent. Like mentioned, the beat is very layered, a lot of details in it. Was it here? Wait, no. Yeah, this caught me off guard at first. You know, this little transition here, this little interlude between the first chorus and the second verse. That caught me instantly off guard. We go for some immediately into it. That caught me off guard at first, but it sounds more normal in the second listen. So it comes out of nowhere. You'd expect an interlude to like this string to be a bit longer, so like 1 to 2 seconds longer, but they'll very quickly back in it. Interesting choice to do that, you know, like mentioned, there were many moments in between that caught me off guard at first, like, oh, we're in the chorus already? Oh, what was that moment in between? But I think the more you listen to it, the more you will get used to it. And like mentioned, this is like said, I think this is really a style that I want to go for. It's a very group harmonized song. Everybody sounds a bit more alike than now down the road, where they all sound a bit more distinguishable, and I really wanted to go for a soothing group sound, you know, very fun and energetic and tempo-full beat with many layers in it that you could focus on, with a very soothing and relaxing delivery from everybody, with a bit of change of pace here and there from the members themselves, but otherwise a more linear delivery. A very solid first B-side, you know. I think this will definitely be one of these songs that just come onto your playlist and you just enjoy them. You know, it's from the first listen now, nothing that makes me go, whoa, or anything. You know, I always mention it, but it's absolutely solid. Nothing I can really criticize. You know, like mentioned, very interesting choices in between, with the way they do the chorus drop there, and with the way they do this little interlude there in the middle. Totally fine first B-side. Can't really say anything negative about it. Otherwise, then, like mentioned, the style with the making the voices a bit more similar to another. Not entirely my thing. I'm always more of a fan when literally every voice immediately makes me say, ah, that's her and that's him or whatnot. But either way, Mood, a very solid first Everglow B-side. Let's go to the second one of their first album, D+1. Let's go. Oh, that already sounds piano. My weakness. That's a gorgeous intro. Guitar strings also there already. Okay. A lot for your first album. That's also always a good choice to do. Oh, it's such a soothing voice. All their voices are love, but Onda has something very calm about it. Oh, but it sounds beautiful. Now it's also way more. Oh. That dual harmony there was gorgeous. Oh. I love these Iu Mia harmony moments there. That was very cool. Gorgeous ballad. That's really the first time I hear them singing like that, you know? This gives all the healing, calming feelings. Oh, Aisha and Yuna together. Oh, I haven't heard him that way before. Oh, this sounds so lovely. Oh, the drums still be kicking though. I like this a lot. Yeah, but Onda, I really love her voice a lot. It's a shame that down the road she got less and less nights in guitar tracks because of her mother. Oh, but this. I'm really this. This would be a lot of fun on re-listens. too. Wonderful vocal. Smooth transition into the bridge. Oh, now some violence too. Oh! Oh, this is heaven. Oh my god. I did not expect it by the title D+1. I did not expect that. I will be honest with you. What a gorgeous instrumental though. Mia's vocals in this are... Oh my goodness, that was so beautiful. That was 4.5 minutes long. God damn. Didn't feel like it. I mention it all the time. It's similar. This song really reminded me of Dreamcatcher Ballads, or at least like this scenario, you know, where we have this insanely heavy, insanely energetic group casually, you know, with the rock sound in the guitar tricks and whatnot. But then, for the end of their albums, most of the time, Dear, Polaris, and whatnot, we have these gorgeous, very lengthy, but so fly by type of ballads where they really showcase their other side. And like mentioned, this was now my first soft Everglow song. You know, all title tracks are epic anthems, you know, especially when you look at Adios and Dun Dun. They are very, very, you know, dubstep, kind of, I wouldn't say Western, but, you know, it's the typical, you know, everything is about the chorus, basically, you know. First also had such chorus, but I think First was, in that way more polished, you know. First and Naughty, that definitely my favorite Everglow songs. But, wow, D+1, my first vocal showcase, basically, of Everglow, you know, because the vocals weren't the main focus. The vocals were the highlight in the title tracks. It was all about the epicness. It was all about this epic and hype atmosphere. And here, this was now a totally different side of them. And especially in comparison to both Bon and Chocolat and Moon, I can straight away say that this is a perfect showcase song. I think they did a really good job in the choice of the way they, you know, want to show the members. Like mentioned, when I look at other debuts like ITZY or Blackpink or whatnot, they really went for the, you know, we have little members and boom, we just want to showcase everybody in their own strengths, with it's a rapper or with the voice and whatnot. Everglow went for a group harmonizing debut instead, where it's all about, you know, making them sound more into one direction, or like tune it in that way, so that everybody can basically enjoy a very linear sound, and then down the road then explode into a different direction. And after both Bon and Chocolat Moon went into such direction, we now had a very calming, a very healing, a very gorgeous, a very beautiful long ballad that really gave everybody the chance to showcase their actual voices, you know. It didn't feel edited here or like dead tuned like in the other two songs with a lot of auto-tune and whatnot. It were really more of the raw, still edited of course, but the more raw voices of everybody, and it sounded heavenly. Mia also already got here, I think, the most shine or the most length in general. I think generally that she has, when we look at the line distribution, overall the most lines. And let's say, yeah, I don't mind that. I really love her voice. I mentioned in the stage performance already. I love her stage presence, her charisma, her facial expressions. I mean, her blue hair in First. I can't wait to see her go crazy for that song live as well. So I'm totally okay with her getting the most lines and songs and whatnot. But I think down the road, on the end, I think or I'm not sure right now, but like mentioned, I think there was really one song in the shorts video, I'm not sure which one it was, where really like Mia and Onder or whatnot. Here was definitely way better in the way they did it here. Everybody got their moment to shine. Everybody sounded beautiful. Onder, like mentioned, I feel like she just has a very calming tone in her voice that I really enjoy. Aisha, who usually goes very heavy and insanely badass and has this somewhat arrogant delivery with the what you want type of attitude, so soothing as well. He generally go more into the vocal direction. Obviously, definitely their environment, and Io, who also usually goes more to this direction, like Aisha from Delivery as rapper, also sounded beautiful. So many moments in the song. Like, I don't want to listen to it entirely again because it's that long, and but what I can like mention, definitely point out straight away, these harmony moments in the chorus from both Io and Mia together. Gorgeous. Then we had it with Aisha and Yiren as well. I love the way we had one member sings, then a small input from another member singing, small input from another member. This song was just very well written. And I mentioned all the time, ballads are not my songs, basically, It's not my main topic or anything, or like I'm the type of guy that whenever I hear a ballad that goes crazy for them, it's more of their title track, something like Dun Dun or First or La Di Da. But there are just some ballads that just sound so great. Like I mentioned, I loved all the voices, and this was a fantastic showcase for everybody's voice, and definitely showcased that they sound they aren't everybody sounds the same. It was just a great showcase for that, and love the harmonies. I love the harmonies. I love the way this was written. It has a very epic feeling to it, a very healing feeling, like I mentioned to it. It's very full in the instrumental too. It had actually some good drums as well, so it's not that empty in the sense of it's just the classical instruments. It's such an incredible, great pop ballad, basically. It's still very slow. It's still, it's so lengthy. That's just everything you could want in this. I think this is a really perfect choice to add to the first two songs, which I like mentioned more into showcasing them as a unit rather than as individuals. So, D+1, absolutely gorgeous. What a gorgeous song. I really gotta make a soft playlist, I think, with more chill songs like Dreamcatcher's Jazz Bar and their ballads, or like generally songs that are more like lean back and relaxing, or like songs that are probably easier to when I want to go more to rest or whatnot, rather than I'm the type of guy that falls asleep to Dreamcatcher's rock songs or First or whatnot, because I don't know, I don't really get distracted by that type of hype up sound, The way I listen to music is just effing up. I think many people will already go like, what? You can listen to such songs when you want to go to sleep? Yeah, I can. But I feel like these are the type of songs that you just want to relax and lean back, or just want to have a good time, or like feel good. This is your address. This is your song to do that. Everglow D+1. Gorgeous ballad. Great showcase of the vocals and their tone in general. Great first single album. Bone Sugar like I mentioned, even though it's I'm more of the fan of later songs to do the way they were individually highlighted there. Insane debut song. Moon, a very great linear group harmonized song as well, and then D+1, an incredible lengthy ballad. Great first single album. Let's move on to the second one, Hush, which has as first B-Sides, as the title says, Hush, with Adios as title track, which I definitely got grew on more. Like I mentioned in my catching album back then, that I disliked that it didn't have a bridge, or like a high note bridge thingy like in Dun Dun as example, but it got more and more onto me down the road, especially that wanna go hang man bit there. Like the verses are hype as fuck, the song is hype as fuck. So let's see how the B-sides of that album will go like. What will be the B-sides to the single album for Adios? Let's check it out. Everglow, Hush. Already short this time. After 4.5 minutes, we go to less than 3. Oh. Getting in the more Kamasuchi delivery. Big fan of the beat. I should give an opening. Again, more vocal focus. Oh. I thought we go again for a Hush and then continue the pre-chorus that way. Maybe now. Okay. Oh, what a lengthy pre-chorus again. God dang it. So I was correct with my instinct of how they want to do this, but not in such length. Oh, I see. A very lengthy and full and melodic vocal focus pre-chorus, then an entirely instrumental chorus. Works for me. like the verse melody. You like the rhythm they're going for here. Dun, dun. Oh no. Yeah, she really has something in the voice that I really, really like. It's something so... I don't know how to describe it. Oh no, some background vocals added too. I love this instrument a lot. Oh, this little vocals bringing it in here already. Oh, now with more lyrics. And vocals in general. Yo, I love this. Oh, was it Chichon's high note? Or was it Mia? I didn't really show it. Oh, but this sounds heavenly. How much I hate this feature, but... Oh, Hush is awesome. Oh, Hush is awesome. Even though I can straight away say, funnily enough, immediately after Adios, we're getting Hush, which also has no bridge. I feel like, I mean, let's say like this. I can straight away say, the way the song is, and the way the song is written, and the way the song was just done in general, love it. Let's start with that. The way we have the song and the way it's right now is incredible. It's such a calming instrumental, you know. It's a EDM instrumental with like an electronic sound, but it's a very calming one, you know. Especially when you compare it to Adios or Dunda, where it's really heavy EDM. Here we have very calming and comfortable EDM, you know. It's not a drilling sound either. I have reacted to some songs where the EDM is like either it's well done in the sense of hype, but there are also some EDM songs that just feel a bit too drilling into the ear, just not that, you know. Here it's really awesome. And the way this song is constructed is awesome. Da 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 da. Now with these little thrown in words or like lyrics, like we had it for the pre-chorus as well. Let's listen to it again and then get to it. Like again. I feel like they could have actually done that intro a bit longer. Like we have such a lengthy pre-chorus, but then we only do this do thing once. I actually think they could have doubled that intro here to get you even more into the mood. But either way. It matters. Gorgeous. That sounds so good. That's just a da da na 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 na. That sounds beautiful. That's such a great and simple melody, basically. Just a thrown in sentence, then a very lengthy and very soothing delivered vocal with, like mentioned, this very calming and comfortable instrumental bit to it. Then just doing that again, that just sounds really good. That sounds so good. Then we go for something else. Like without this one sentence in beforehand, then just continue it. Last snaps into two. And then we go into the pre-chorus. You know that the first verse is around 30 seconds long, 28 seconds or something like that. Very solid. It's a very simple and soothing vocal focused verse that still stands out in the way it's done because it just has something. This song has something to it that I really, really love. What I actually can say though, I can already say it here, and I could have said it by D+1 already actually. The B-sides have really good lyrics. Like when I look at the title tracks, that are, you know, title tracks and generally music doesn't need to have deep lyrics or anything, but I think especially Adios had like whatever type of lyrics, you know, like that was not a lyrical masterpiece. Let's like say it like this. To the no, or stuff like that. I don't know, but like it's catchy, it works for the song itself, but when you then go to the lyrics, it's a bit more, you know. I feel like the B-sides do a really good job on the lyrics thus far. I really, really like that. Like when I look at the title tracks, the lyrics never really stood out to me, but then when I go through the lyrics, it's like, oh, that's actually. It's such a cool idea, that's such a cool feeling, that's such a cool vibe. I really like that. Now we go to the pre-chorus, which like I mentioned is insanely long, which I knew the idea straight away they wanted to go for, but they did it in way lengthy than expected. We go for Hush. Similar to the verses. Hush. That's how I expected it would go. So that you only do the hush, then your lyric, and then go into the hush again. But instead, it just continues. It's basically doubling the length instead. So instead of doing hush 1, we go for hush 2, hush 2, and then into the pre-chorus, and then to the chorus with the gorgeous again for the rest of our lives. Then I mentioned this very calming and gorgeous instrumental bit here. Even though this flute, I feel like maybe this type of flute that will show the future. This flute maybe can be a bit down the road, be like, you know, maybe you get a bit tired of it down the road. But now from the first listens, I love this instrumental with this flute. Sounds gorgeous. Like with a very full pre-chorus and an empty / instrumental chorus works for me. Beautiful. Beautiful. This song is so well written. Awesome. I love the song a lot. This is a really good song. Then back into this lengthy pre-chorus, now with some vocals added as well. Gorgeous. Hush. Vocals back in it, lovely. Everybody sounds gorgeous again throughout this. I don't know, these softer, more vocal focused songs really showcase them well. Now lyrics added to make the chorus feel different. I think that high notes was Mia, right? Because she did the lyric here. Great Mia high notes. The rather soft one, you know, it doesn't go powerful, but more like just continuing the vibe and soothingness of the song. I think this is group harmonizing again, though, with them just leading, right? This definitely sounds more than just one voice here. Yeah, I think the lyric video didn't probably show that here. It definitely sounds more like it's everyone again, similar to like we had it in D+1, which I think I didn't even mention actually sounded insanely gorgeous. Like the harmony moments generally, but also the way they did the grooving it at the end, gorgeous. And I think this is again such a good song. You know, it does not have a bridge, which I often mention is I love bridges. I don't know, I just love bridges. They can be a highlight of a song. Where many songs with a bridge is the highlight, or just the way the bridge transitions to the final chorus as a finale. You know, a song just doesn't feel as like a finale doesn't feel as satisfying when it's just you go from the second chorus immediately again into the third chorus, like it was the case for Adios, like it's now the case for Hush. I feel like when you have this bridge in between, they can really cut this off pretty well. Mentioned all the time, like first verse chorus, second verse chorus, then you usually split that thing, and then we have like, you know, like we technically have 3 sections in a song. First verse and chorus, second verse and chorus, and then the bridge and the ending. But you know, you can technically put these 2 things aside, because usually the ending is what should be the main focus. You know, the verses are usually in pop songs nowadays, and like mainstream songs, generally not that important. Then you have the choruses, but then you want that bridge into the final chorus to hit the best. When you don't have that, then the chorus really needs to hit well. And Adios, it works for me, and Hush, it works for me as well. So even though a bit unfortunate we do not have a bridge, because I feel like here I think a bridge in this sound environment we're in would have really worked well. It's a gorgeous song. What a gorgeous song. Like mentioned, my only fear right now is that I will maybe grow tired of that flute, or be like that it may be a bit annoying down the road, but for now, love it. Da 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 na na na. Such beautiful melodies in the verses, in the pre-chorus, in the chorus. Okay, actually, the chorus doesn't really have a melody, but like when the vocals were sprinkled in the second part, that had it from me too. Lovely. Everglow's Hush, that was awesome. I've really been enjoying the B-sides. Moonlight Mansion was okay, you know, one of these songs that when they come to a place you won't skip them, they're enjoyable, but nothing that made me go, whoa. But this here and D+1 really making me go, whoa, this sounds awesome, this sounds great. Love it. Everglow Sash. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the one a lot. Let's move to our fourth and final song for today. You Don't Know Me. Sounds a bit sassy, you know, like mentioned all B-Sides this for, especially in comparison to the Trying to Accept, but rather soft and chill. So let's see if maybe this will have a bit more attitude. Everglow, You Don't Know Me. Let's check it out. Dance trick, I guess. Down, down. Oh. On the like mentioned, I mentioned she has said something so. Oh, the speed. Ah, very, you know, obvious pre-chorus transition. Oh, Mia here. Oh. This definitely feels more like typical K-pop, but not in a bad sense. No, just from the sound in general, but I love it. This fits them really well. Aisha? Oh, never mind. Would have thought no, Aisha comes in really strong here. Never mind. I'm digging the energy of the song. Oh, ew. This beat is awesome. Oh, they cut the first of the pre-chorus here now instead. Oh, what does this remind me? This kind of reminds me sound-wise here, at least for the chorus. Kind of reminds me of Red Velvet, especially with this bell-like sound effect here in the background that you just rarely hear. Oh. Simple but effective bridge. Oh, that was a cool fake drop. With saying the first lyric of the line, but then droning it out instead and then going into the set. Oh, but on this voice. Is my voice record or what? This drum set too, man. This song is so much fun. Yeah, I think this kind of reminded me of some Red Velvet song, just Red Velvet in general, their usual style. Okay. Goddamn. This was definitely the most typical K-pop song from Everglow thus far. You know, all the title tracks went way more into a very heavy dubstep direction. You know, we had Disco Club with La Di Da, and then like mentioned, both First, Dun Dun, and Adidas having this epic girl crush heavy dubstep feeling to it, with Bomb Sugar like mentioned going to some more very electronic side. So You Don't Know Me thus far is by far the most K-pop song of Everglow, where I just straight away say it just kind of reminds me of classic K-pop sounds, you know, like when you think of, you know, how it was back then, basically. I don't know how to describe it really, but this definitely reminded me more of this type of sound. But that's not a bad thing, because I think they really owned that sound. It was so much fun. That was so much damn fun. It was such a playful song. Let's say it like this. I think playful is a very good word for that. Playful is a very good word for that. This was just, I don't know, you just heard the fun from them as well. It was just so much fun all the way through. This instrumental was very, very full again, but it had like many different sides to it as well. Like mentioned, especially in the chorus, we go really bright actually, or like way brighter than compared to the verses. In the verses, especially the pre-chorus, we got the do 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 do. Ah, let's jump into one more time and I'm point a moment. well on its own. Yeah, definitely Red Velvet vibes, especially with this very layered voice here. Kind of reminds me of Irene or Suchi, you know, this where the voices are like layered 2, 3, 4 times, so to just give it more range, more width, basically. Great opening bit. It's very quiet for a moment, and then da 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 da. Boom. They're going in with this slightly funky poppy dance sounds with a very prominent drum set. Da, 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 da. Yeah, but I think on this really growing on me, especially with the B-sides. But ooh, the way this prompts in the EDM this time. Ooh, that was such a great first verse. It was such an energetic, fun opening, and then here just chorus transitions, like mentioned, not really smooth. You know, it's like a bit. Okay, never mind. Actually sounded good here, but like it goes really quiet out now and then just do. It sounded fine, but here now. Fun pre-chorus. By far the brightest and most cutesy, playful Everglow sound thus far. I really like that. We have this insanely heavy, badass, attitude-driven. I don't want to say the B word, but you know, they just have that attitude in the title tracks, and here in the B-sides they're way more playful, way more trying around, which I really like. Like we had similar to Bon Chocolat, a group feeling soothing type of song. Then we had a full-on ballad. Then we had a very not really playful, but a very melodic and harmonizing, vocal-driven, bright EDM song. And now we're going full into. What can you consider it? Is that city pop? Can you consider it a city pop? City pop, funky dance type of direction. Really like that, how they're trying out things for the B-sides. It's really damn cool. Especially when I like mentioned when they have like found their signature sound for the title tracks, and then they try around with the B-sides. I totally enjoy that. Similar to Dreamcatcher. Dreamcatcher also has their rock sound for the title tracks, and then try around with jazz, city pop, and whatnot for the B-sides. Really cool. Then he again, like mentioned, with this very layered voice. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. That's such a beautiful. The eyes coming in. Now with more attitude and flow delivery, like mentioned. First piece of the thing, but it's really the case for her here. You back at it? Her bits hit definitely good. And here now, way smoother pre-chorus transition, because now we're immediately in the second bit. Immediately have the things up again. Then a way more brighter sound arrange again with this bright sound effect added. Da 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 da. You don't know me, you don't know me. Insanely catchy. Da 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 da. Not sure if I like that. I mention it all the time when we like repeat things. I want it to be, you know, like we do the why don't you know me twice? Why don't you do that here twice too? You know, like why do it 3 times and not 4 times? 4 times is just a more satisfying way. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's just always my instinct here. Sounds good nonetheless. Very playful, very fun chorus as well. Then like here this bridge. Putting it down now. Now not that many sound elements involved here right now. Adding a bit more again. Increasing the hype. Great fake. Great fake. Dropping basically with the you. Na 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 na. You don't know me, you don't know me. Awesome. Now let's switch up for a chorus. A lot of fun. Not sure, like mentioned, why they added that there. You know, it like comes a bit wouldn't say random, but like you expect this thing to end after the chorus is over, but instead we throw in one more lyric, which is the melody from the verse. No idea why they thought, okay, you know what? We're not at 3 minutes yet. If you would have added that fourth bit in the second chorus instead of leaving it at 3, then you would have reached your 3 minutes, because it really feels like they just tried to just reach these 3 minutes with that final. I don't know. What would you even consider this? It's basically from the melody exact the same thing as a verse, but it's like at the end of the song once instead of twice like it's in the verse. Not sure what they thought about here, but either way. Everglow's You Don't Know Me. That was so much fun. I love the energy of it. I love the pacing of it. I love the delivery of it. Like mentioned, goes somewhat into Red Velvet direction. I think this is definitely when someone says Red Velvet, this would be the signature Red Velvet sound I describe. They went for such direction and made it their own thing. I love the voices in it. Eo's bit sounded awesome. I loved Aja's bit as well. The vocal work from the others were also on point. Everglow's You Don't Know Me. Just like Hush. Absolutely incredible B-sides. What a damn single album. Hush is an insane single album. With Adios, with Hush, with You Don't Know Me. Damn. Their B-sides are awesome. Moonlight mentioned, was okay. Nothing that blew me away, but then the Beautiful Ballad in D+1 was awesome. Hush sounded incredible, even though it was missing the bridge in my opinion, even though it worked nonetheless, despite that. And You Don't Know Me, an insanely fun, very cutesy bright concept, which was the first time they went for that. Awesome. So much fun with all these songs today. Had a lot of fun with it, enjoyed it a lot. I hope you enjoyed my reactions. God dang, we're closing in on the 50 minutes for 4 B-sides. Seriously, the moment I started doing these in one take again, because it saves me insanely much time, seriously, up to 2-3 hours per video, it's just, I don't know, it's just worth it for me. And I think not adding the extra music and the cuts in between doesn't really matter, So, but since then, I definitely take more time in the way I want to express myself. I don't know why that is the case, probably because I don't cut. But anyway, taking my time with these songs, really enjoyed them all a lot. Which one was your favorite? Tell me all about it down below in the comments as well. If you enjoyed my video, leave a like down as well. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, you can leave a sub as well. Or support me on Patreon, it would help me a lot. We see each other again with Everglow on Thursday. Then we'll be checking out the comeback stage and the dance practice for Adios. And then we'll be checking out the first mini album, which I think is called Reminiscencer, or however you want to call it. And then again next week with 4 more videos. And the week after that with the comic and whatnot. Everything Everglow coming up here in these upcoming times. So for whatever content you may be interested in, for whatever content you may want to in for, I'll be seeing you again soon on this channel. Stay safe, happy, and happy. Have a great time, have a great week, and see you again on Thursday with more Everglow. Thanks for watching.